Welcome, my dear friends, to our quiet corner of the gardening world. Take a deep breath, pull up a comfortable chair, and let us sit together for a moment on the porch. August is a truly beautiful, transitional time of the year. The heavy, exhausting heat of midsummer is slowly beginning to soften. The evenings are bringing a touch of cool relief, and our gardens are offering up their sweet, sun-warmed rewards. But as any experienced gardener knows, August is not the end of our journey. In many ways, it is a fresh beginning. This is the month where we start thinking about our fall harvests, tending to our perennial flowers, and preparing our soil so that next spring is even easier and more fruitful. But this year, the month of August is going to be quite unusual. If you have been looking at your calendar and wondering when to sow your seeds or when to give your plants a little extra care, you might have noticed some strange cosmic events heading our way. In August of 26, we are facing a rare celestial double feature. We have a complete solar eclipse on the 12th of August, which coincides with the new moon, and just 2 weeks later, on the 28th, we have a lunar eclipse coinciding with the full moon. These are powerful celestial rhythms that can deeply affect the water movement in our soil and the delicate sap flowing through our plants. If we simply sow our seeds on any random free afternoon without paying attention, we might find ourselves working twice as hard for half the results. My goal today is to help you navigate this unique month without any unnecessary strain or heavy physical labor. We're going to break down the entire month of August, week by week and day by day, finding those sweet, harmonious windows where nature is ready to do the heavy lifting for us. You do not need to spend hours bending over deep garden beds or lifting heavy bags of soil. Whether you are growing a few beautiful containers on your balcony, tending to a small raised bed on your patio, or caring for a cozy backyard garden, we will find a simple, gentle path forward. All the times and dates we will discuss are based on Moscow time, so please take a moment to adjust them for your own local time zone if you are joining us from other parts of the world. Before we dive into the specific days, let us talk about a very important principle that I hold dear. A lunar calendar is a wonderful time-tested guide, but it is meant to be a gentle assistant, not a strict master. It should never replace common sense and basic gardening wisdom. If your plants are thirsty because of a sudden dry spell, you do not wait for a fertile water sign to water them. If a beautiful, cool morning arrives and you feel energized and ready to pot some fresh herbs, do not let a barren moon phase stop you from enjoying your garden. Real weather, the moisture in your soil, and the physical limits of your own body will always be your primary guides. But when you have a choice between a few different days, aligning your efforts with the natural ebb and flow of the moon can make your garden chores feel lighter, smoother, and far more rewarding. Let us begin by looking at how this month is structured. We start the month with the moon in its waning phase, which will carry us all the way through the evening of August 12th. In the traditional wisdom of gardening, a waning moon is a time when energy gently draws downward, moving away from the leaves and branches and settling into the soil and the root systems. This makes the first part of August incredibly favorable for working with everything that grows beneath the earth, like our root vegetables, and for carrying out gentle maintenance chores like light weeding, pruning away old growth, and helping our plants stay healthy. Our very first golden window of the month opens up on August 1st and 2nd. During these 2 days, the waning moon is resting in the fertile water sign of Pisces. This is a wonderfully supportive and gentle energy. If you have been wanting to plant some crisp fall radishes, sweet daikon, turnips, or winter radishes, these are the perfect days to sow those seeds. Radishes are such a joy because they are incredibly fast growers. In just a few weeks, you can have a fresh, crunchy harvest right from a container on your patio table. These days are also perfect for working with your strawberries. If you have strawberry runners that have started to form their own little roots, you can gently snip them and tuck them into lightweight hanging baskets or small pots filled with fresh compost. It is also a great time to apply a gentle layer of mature compost to your containers, feeding the soil life without any heavy digging. On the evening of August 2nd, the moon transitions into Aries, where it will stay through August 3rd and 4th. Aries is a fiery, dry sign, which means it is not a fertile time for planting or transplanting. If you try to sow seeds now, they may struggle to find their footing. but this is actually a wonderful opportunity for us to step back and take a well-deserved break. You can spend these days sitting comfortably in a shaded chair, perhaps doing some very light, easy tasks. It is a good time to snip away any yellowed or diseased leaves from your tomato plants, trim back the old woody canes from your summer raspberries that have finished fruiting, or gently pull a few weeds that have popped up in your pots. Remember, a healthy garden is a tidy garden, and doing these small chores now keeps pests and diseases at bay without wearing you out. On August 5th, the energy shifts beautifully as the moon enters Taurus. This is one of the absolute best, most fertile days of the entire first half of the month. Taurus is a grounded, stable earth sign that loves root development and sturdy growth. If you missed the first window, today is your premier opportunity to sow your daikon, turnips and radishes. It is also a magnificent day for transplanting your rooted strawberry runners into their permanent homes. If you love ornamental plants and have container shrubs or perennials like irises on your patio, today is a perfect day to divide them. Dividing irises is a wonderful chore because you can do it comfortably while sitting at a garden table. Simply lift the root clump, gently slide a clean trowel through the rhizomes, and pot them up in fresh, lightweight potting mix. As we move into August 30th and 31st, we find the moon waning in Aries once again. This brings us back to where we started, ending the month on a calm, reflective note. These final 2 days are not meant for planting, but they are absolutely perfect for gathering the rewards of your hard work. Spend this time harvesting your fresh tomatoes, sweet peppers, and crisp radishes. Do some light weeding to keep your containers tidy, and gently prepare your garden space for the soft arrival of autumn. Let us pause for a moment on August 6th. This is the day of the last quarter moon, which occurs early in the morning. In our gentle gardening system, the days of the moon's quarter phases are considered highly sensitive, transitional times where the plants are adjusting their internal pressures. Because of this, we want to avoid any major planting or transplanting today. Instead, use August 6th to tend to your soil. You can gently loosen the top inch of soil in your containers with a small hand fork, mix in a little organic fertilizer, or simply plan out where your fall greens will go. It is a quiet, peaceful day of preparation. From the morning of August 7th through August 8th, the moon travels through Gemini. Gemini is a light, airy sign that is generally quite dry and barren for vegetable planting. We will want to skip sowing our food crops during these 48 hours. Instead, this is an excellent time for light, standing chores that do not require any bending. You can tie up any heavy, fruit-laden branches of your container tomatoes, check on your patio trellises, or collect dried seed heads from your favorite summer flowers like marigolds or cosmos. Gathering seeds is a lovely therapeutic task that connects you directly to the future of your garden, and it costs absolutely nothing. Our next highly fertile window opens up on August 9th and 10th as the moon enters the nurturing water sign of Cancer. This is a deeply restorative and productive period. If you have been planning to grow some fall root crops, this is your last great chance to get your daikon, turnips, and radishes into the ground. It is also an important time for those who want to grow sweet, crisp Peking cabbage. Peking cabbage is a wonderful plant for a late summer garden, but it is highly sensitive to the length of the day. If you wait too long to sow it, the cold fall weather will arrive before it can form a proper head. While the moon is still waning, which isn't traditionally perfect for leafy greens, the biological clock of the cabbage is far more important. Sow your Peking cabbage seeds on these 2 days, keep the soil damp, and you will be rewarded with beautiful tender greens. This brings us to the most significant period of rest in the first half of the month, which runs from August 11th through August 13th. On August 12th, a powerful new moon will occur, and it is accompanied by a complete solar eclipse. In our gardening tradition, we treat the day before, the day of, and the day after a major eclipse as a time of absolute rest. During these 3 days, the plants are experiencing a deep shift in energy, and their root systems are incredibly sensitive. Please do not plant any seeds, do not transplant any delicate starts, and do not prune your shrubs. Instead, let this be your personal time to rest and recharge. Sit back with a cold glass of lemonade, look over your seed packets, clean your small garden tools with a soft cloth, or simply enjoy the beautiful green sanctuary you have created on your balcony or patio. Once this quiet period passes, the moon begins to grow, entering its waxing phase on August 14th. As the moon waxes, energy is drawn upward into the stems, leaves, flowers, and fruits, making the second half of August the ideal time for working with all of our above-ground plants, decorative flowers, and lush green herbs. On August 14th and 15th, the waxing moon enters Virgo. Virgo is a very calm, meticulous earth sign that is especially supportive of root health and ornamental plants. This is the perfect weekend to show some love to your perennial flowers. If you have potted hostas, daylilies, astilbes, or primroses that have finished blooming for the season, this is an excellent time to divide and refresh them. Working with container perennials is incredibly rewarding because they are so easy to manage. You can bring the pot up to a comfortable table, gently slide the plant out of its container, and use a clean, sharp garden knife to divide the crown into 2 or 3 smaller pieces. Plant them back into fresh, nutrient-rich soil, and they will have plenty of time to establish strong roots before the winter chill arrives. On August 16th and 17th, the moon glides into the beautiful, balanced sign of Libra. Libra is known for bringing harmony, beauty, and strong flower development. These are wonderful, light-hearted days to focus on the aesthetics of your garden. If you want to add some fresh color to your patio or balcony, you can plant some beautiful fall-blooming flowers or tuck some ornamental container shrubs into decorative pots. It is also a fantastic time to work with your strawberries, basket plants, or any trailing ornamentals. The gentle energy of Libra will help them develop strong, beautiful structures that will bring you joy every time you look out your window. Now, let us talk about the absolute crown jewel of the entire month, for leafy greens, August 18th and 19th. During these 2 days, the waxing moon is passing through the deeply fertile, watery sign of Scorpio. If you love fresh homegrown greens, you must mark these 2 days on your calendar. This is the ultimate window to sow seeds for a continuous harvest of delicious, tender salad greens. You can plant dill, parsley, cilantro, spinach, arugula, crisp leaf lettuces, mustard greens, and pak choi. Growing greens in containers is one of the most practical and low-effort ways to garden. You can use shallow, lightweight window boxes or rectangular planters placed right on your patio table or railing. This keeps the plants at a comfortable height, completely eliminating the need to bend down or work on your knees. When sowing dill and parsley seeds, remember that they have a natural protective oil coating that can make them slow to sprout. To help them along, thoroughly drench the soil in your container before you sow the seeds. Gently press them into the damp earth and make sure the surface of the soil never dries out or forms a hard crust. In just a few weeks, you will be clipping fresh, aromatic herbs to garnish your meals. Please keep in mind that if you live in a colder northern climate, August 18th and 19th may be a bit too late to sow Peking cabbage, but it is still absolutely perfect for quick-growing greens like spinach, arugula, and baby leaf lettuce. If you love fresh peas or bush beans, you might be tempted to sow them now, but unless you live in a region with a very long, warm fall, it is generally best to skip them this late in the year, as they will likely get caught by the first frosts before they can produce. On August 20th, we reach the first quarter moon. Just like the last quarter, this is a day of cosmic transition and rest. We will want to set aside our seed packets and trowels for 24 hours and focus on simple garden maintenance. It is a wonderful day to walk around your patio with a gentle watering can, check your pots for any dry spots, or simply enjoy the sight of your newly sprouted greens. On August 21st and 22nd, the waxing moon enters Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a warm, dry sign that is not suited for sowing leafy greens or vegetables, but it is an absolute paradise for harvesting. If you grow onions, garlic, or summer potatoes in larger fabric bags, these are the ideal days to harvest them. The dry energy of Sagittarius helps the crop dry beautifully, which is essential if you want them to keep well during the winter. It is also a perfect time to harvest your garden herbs for drying. Gently snip some fresh rosemary, thyme, oregano, or sage, tie them in small fragrant bundles with a bit of kitchen twine, and hang them in a dry, warm place inside your home. Your kitchen will smell absolutely divine, and you will have a wonderful supply of homegrown seasonings for your winter stews. As we approach August 23rd and 24th, the moon moves into the steady, nurturing earth sign of Capricorn. While Capricorn is not the most intense sign of the month, it is highly reliable and grounding. This is a very favorable time for working with container-grown perennials, planting ornamental shrubs, and dividing your peonies. If you have been wanting to plant some quick cover crops or green manures in any empty pots or raised beds, these are great days to do so. Sowing a cover crop like crimson clover or phacelia is a wonderful way to keep your soil alive and healthy over the winter. The roots of these plants will gently break up the soil, and when they die back in the cold, they will decompose and feed the earth, leaving you with rich, fluffy soil that is ready for planting next spring without any heavy tilling. On the morning of August 25th, we have a short 3-hour window where the Capricorn energy remains with us. If you have any last-minute perennial planting or soil prep to do, try to complete it before noon. At exactly 12:02 in the afternoon, the moon enters Aquarius, where it will remain through August 26th. Aquarius is a highly barren intellectual sign. We want to stop all planting and transplanting during this time. Instead, use these days for light, satisfying organization and cleanup. You can sweep your patio tiles, wipe down your plant shelves, wash and disinfect empty plastic pots so they are ready for next year, or tidy up your compost area. Taking care of your tools and workspace is a beautiful, quiet form of gardening that keeps your mind clear and your space peaceful. This brings us to our second major period of cosmic rest, which runs from August 27th through August 29th. On August 28th, we have a beautiful full moon in Pisces, accompanied by a partial lunar eclipse. This is a time of high energetic tension, and we want to give our plants a quiet, undisturbed space. Please avoid any planting, transplanting, dividing, or pruning during these 3 days. If the late summer weather is warm and dry, you should certainly water your containers to keep them comfortable, and if you spot a pest or disease, do not hesitate to treat it, but otherwise let the garden rest. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to slow down as well. Pour yourself a warm cup of herbal tea, sit on your balcony, and watch the gentle play of light through the leaves. When we look back at the entire month of August, it becomes clear that we do not need to rush or exhaust ourselves to have a thriving, productive garden. By dividing our chores into gentle, manageable steps and aligning them with the natural phases of the moon, we can achieve beautiful results with very little physical effort. Always remember that your own well-being and comfort are the most important things. If a particular task feels too heavy or tiring, take a break, adapt it for a container, or ask a loved one for a helping hand. Thank you so much for spending this quiet time with me today. If you found these practical tips helpful, please let me know by leaving a gentle comment below. I would love to hear what you are growing on your balconies and patios this August. Until next time, take care of yourselves, enjoy the warm, late summer days, and may your gardens bring you deep peace and abundant joy.